Let's go to Kevin. Wants to talk Ben. Everybody in town, everybody around the National Football League is talking Ben right now. What do you got, Kevin?
Hey, I got three things quick. So with Ben saying he wanted to retire with Pouncey and nobody else, I just don't think he thought Pouncey would drop at the time he did in his career because, for a lot of the centers they've had, Pouncey bowed out a couple years early. Second thing is those two throws this weekend. So I play wide receiver. This is one of those typical, comments from a fan that used to play that didn't make the league. And both of those I would put on Juju. And I love both players, and I love that they brought both players back. Juju got his hands up too late on the first one, and it was spot on if he gets his hands up. And on the second one, he rounded off his route instead of flattening it out across the field, which is why the ball was out of his reach towards the inside of the hash mark. As far as the Mike Tomlin press conference, guys kill me. It sounds like the mix of what's the old WWF wrestler, Randy Macho Man, whatever his name was, and a Peanuts commercial where the guy's going womp womp womp. Because when Tomlin talks, what I hear is womp 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 womp. I live in my fears. Womp 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 womp. Ooh, we're gonna fix this. It's the same thing every single press conference. We're 1-9 in our last 10 games. Players have changed, coaches have changed, except for Tomlin. We're 1-9 in our last 10 games.
I think it might be 2-8, but that's beside the point
yeah,
here.
I think they've won 2 games, but not much better. That's
the
right.
Juju thing has me interested. I mean, this kind of smacks of people wanting to defend Ben at any cost here. I thought maybe on the second one, Vince Williams and others thought the first one, but can we all agree they were bad throws too? You think those were good throws?
That go back to me?
Yeah.
So
no. It's a yes or no question. Were those good throws?
Yeah, they're good throws. Number one receivers catch those balls. It's that simple. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I
didn't see it that way either until I just saw one video. The ball like grazed his fingertips. I don't know how much better you can make that throw.
Wait a second. You're saying that was a great throw now?
If it's a catchable ball, it's a great throw. Yeah. I didn't realize that his hand. When I watched it in real time, I'm thinking that was a bad overthrow. He was wide open. Then I see the video of it, and I'm thinking that's not even a great catch for a number one guy. That's a good catch, not a great catch. So that ball, that's a good
Juju's
throw.
Hands come up late. Yeah, Juju's hands come up late. It's just that simple. And
I didn't see the second one. I thought it was an overthrow. Maybe
Appreciate the call, man.
Was the first worse than the second, Joe? I don't know.
They were.
If the receiver
I can't believe you're
catch,
saying the first one was a great throw.
I didn't say great, but
I asked you, was it a great throw?
If the
you
receiver
said yes.
can catch the ball 40 yards down the field, it's a great throw. Yes.
I do not think that was a great throw. I thought it was high. I thought it was behind him. Tony Romo's looking at the replay saying Ben's going to want that one back.
That was my first thought, too, until I saw that one replay of it. During the game,
you showed me that replay. The ball's behind him and high.
A receiver can catch that ball. Does Hines Ward catch that ball? Yeah.
No.
Does AB catch that ball?
Maybe.
Yeah.
If the best I can say about a throw is it would have taken a great receiver to catch it, then it probably wasn't a great throw.
I don't think it was a great receiver to make that play.
All right, we can agree to disagree.
After what I saw, when I watched it in real time, I'm like you. I wrote down. I looked at my.
I watched it a million times every replay, and it's still a bad throw.
I looked down in my notebook. I wrote bad overthrow by Ben. Now I don't know that. I don't believe that.
Okay. The second one, I thought
I wrote
Juju
down
might
bad
have misjudged.
overthrow by Ben again on that one too.
Do you think Ben stunk the other day? Or do you think he was good?
Closer to stunk than good. Probably somewhere in the middle, but towards the stunk end.
Yeah, well, we agree on that for sure. That overall,
he had a bad
day.
The first pass to Deontay was pretty good.
Yeah, he made a good throw for sure.
But was that a good throw?
To Deontay?
Yeah. I mean, because
it landed right
perfect.
in his hands.
Okay, but it's hard to land it perfectly 40-some yards down the field. Juju has to make that one catch. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree
on
that one. I thought I'm with Romo that Ben would want that one back. Now, does that mean he could have made the catch? Maybe he could have. But I have
so
a
what
hard
are we
time
saying
calling
today?
that
If he
good
catches
throw.
that and goes for a touchdown and they win the game, what are we saying? Oh, he was better going down the field this week, right? Wouldn't we be saying that?
If it was a good throw, yeah.
But if he catches it and goes to the end zone, are we saying the deep game is working better? Or are we going to say,
Yeah, but he made a bad throw.
We're going to say, that's not what I'm saying, Joe. If the receiver catches the ball,
Yes.
which is what they're paid to do,
Right.
he goes into
Ben sucked in the game,
end zone.
Ron. Ben sucked in the game. He stinks
Okay.
right now. Bottom line, that's it.
That's not what I'm not arguing that point.
If Juju makes a spectacular
it
catch
wouldn't
and
have been
scores,
a spectacular catch.
So now
It
it's a
would have been
routine catch?
I don't like when you put words in my mouth.
What are you saying?
I said it would have been a good catch.
A good
But
catch,
it would
okay.
have been a good. It would have been a good throw
and
too.
I asked you a good throw. You said
Yes.
it was a good throw.
Yes.
Okay, then we can agree to
Yes.
disagree. What would we be saying
If so, what
if Juju made the catch that you think he should have made? That would have been just a good catch. We would be saying that Ben had two good balls the other day,
and they win the game,
or that Juju made a great catch. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what we'd be saying.
I don't know either.
It wouldn't change my opinion that Ben is pretty much shot. Neither will if he goes 20 for 28 for 300 yards this week. I've seen athletes at this point in their careers, and I think Eli Manning is a great example of that. Ben might have good games left in, probably does. Definitely has good throws left in him, for sure. But I'm sorry, that throw, I'm going to stick with Romo on that throw the other day.
I misread.
that
I
was-
misread the play when it happened. I agreed totally. After I see it again, I disagree with you.
But he also saw it again. He was looking at a replay. I saw those replays you showed me before. To me,
I
even
never
on that
saw-
replay,
I
the ball's
never saw
behind
it.
him.
I never saw that replay before.
What do you see on the replay?
That the ball should have been caught.
That
Or-
it went, where did
It
the
could
ball
have been
go?
caught off his fingertips.
See, I thought it went behind him, high and behind
His
him.
hands were up. I don't know.
Bob, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
We got you.
Do you consider
All
that?
right,
Wait, hold on a
listen,
second.
I'm
Hold
looking
on a
at-
second, Bob. Would you count that as a drop then?
No, a drop. No, I wouldn't count it as a drop, but I would have counted it as a good receiver makes that catch.
All right, Bob.
Well, in my opinion, Ben is his own enemy as far as if he let our Steelers running game develop, and he's done it year after year after year, last few years, and there's, quarterback like Brady, for instance. Yeah, I know he's a great quarterback, but he lets running game to be a factor in games. Ben doesn't. We had the guy, Harris did 40 yards within like first 5 minutes.
Wait,
And-
are you saying that Ben, when he's in a situation where he can call run pass, should call run more often? Is that what you're saying?
No, he should. He should. He doesn't. He wants to be the center of everything. He wants everything to go from his shoulder. In other words, and this has been since the last Super Bowl he got. I was criticizing him all the time, even in that Super Bowl. If it wasn't for, Harrison, we don't even win that Super Bowl. Bottom line,
He made a pretty good throw at the end of that Super Bowl, too, Bob. We appreciate the call.
Absolutely.
Anything there for you?
I don't know.
I think Ben made a pretty good throw at the end of that
Talking
Super
about
Bowl.
11 years ago that he thinks it's all about him. I don't know. I think all great quarterbacks have egos and think they can win games. I know him pretty well. I think he'd much rather have 5 Super Bowls or 4 Super Bowls than all the Steeler records, because he'll never be looked at like Bradshaw, because Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowls. He has 2. I think he'd rather have 4 and let Bradshaw have the records.
I think, like every great athlete, he wants both and is keenly aware of both, what the records are, how many he needs to break a record,
Right.
and wants to win. I mean, I think every athlete I know knows the numbers. But I think people, by and large, think he's better than Bradshaw, or do you disagree with that? Here.
I think most fans, well, again, maybe it's a generational thing, too. I hear, he's only won 2, Bradshaw won 4. I think he was better than Bradshaw in his prime when they're both in their prime, but I think I'm in rather a little bit of a minority there.
Well,
And
we'll
I
see
think
what
he
happens.
would rather have those titles than have the records. And he has every single record.
We'll see what happens this Sunday. Is the town liable to turn on Ben? Will it get ugly? Is that something where if he gets worse on the field, the Steelers would want to protect him from? Would that factor into their move?